Huh?
Me and Kenzie want to know if we can go to Groveland Hill.
Groveland Hill?
Yeah.
Jensen's Grove.
Yeah, Jensen's Grove.
Let's go.
Okay.
Should we ride bikes?
Sure.
Okay. Final exhaust. That's how it came out. Turns out that the Porsche seats are not going to work without a lot of modification. So what I did instead was I bought some Corvette seats. So these are out of a C5. They're the standard model. So I'm not too certain what I'm doing, but I unhooked these clips, took it off of the flap on the cover, and then the seat base was just tied around like a tent. As I can get the foam off, and then maybe I can take these brackets out from the top rather than grinding them like I was doing. On the back, holding the back flap that comes around, there are more of these retaining clips. They have a name. I remember it was like a medieval name. I just don't remember what the name is. But this wraps around, and you have to undo the clips to get the bottom cushion off. That is the ticket. There's nuts on the top, and then I'm able to slip that motor off. So I'm gonna take those off now. So there they are, they fit in. I might have to do a little shaving right here. I don't know how much I can do though. Just inches is all it needs. Like half inch is all it needs. These are significantly better than the Porsche seats. What do we got? This is awesome. Look how tiny it is. There it is, the gauge cluster. So what I got was the Envision Autometer, which looks something like this. Has all of these different gauge options. I'm kind of glad it's only this big. I thought it was gonna be bigger. It's gonna fit real nice. It took 8 weeks to get here. So that's pretty awesome. That is here. And ready to rock. I actually haven't seen a video yet on the tube that explains how to replace the 4th bracket in a C3. I had to replace it because here's the bolt that was in it, and it had rusted clean through, and I had to saw it off because as you can see, it like jammed and wasn't coming out. So it looks like up here was okay. I couldn't find a proper way to do it. There was some discussion on a forum, but no like good tutorial. I don't know if I did it the right way, but here's a little look at what I'm doing. This is the number 4 driver's side body mount. This part is the part that has broken off right here, and the nut and carrier are just spinning. So the bolt is inside of there. I had to cut it off. So I don't know if this is the right way, but I'm gonna cut this open. Just cut like a square in it. I'll remove it. I'll take out the inside. Then I'll rivet this in here. And after I rivet it back into here, I'll fiberglass the hole back on, make sure it's pretty airtight, and then I'll rivet this back on and should take care of the body mount. so that holds in place. One's on. Well, that's pretty cool. So that thing is on. Now I will fiberglass in the hole that I made. One more quick little update that I've been doing is I got a hydraulic clutch master cylinder installed, and I'm going to weld this up right here and link it in and see how well the play is. Let me show you the other side if I can. It's down right below here. So I drilled some holes in the firewall, got it all set up, and now I'll just have to set the free play. Frankly, I don't really know how to do that except for like on a dirt bike, but I'll assume it's the same. Also, another quick update. For the seats to fit, I bought those Corvette seats and they fit a little different, and so this was bulging out an inch too far. I chopped it off and it was really sturdy. The thing I made was really thick. So I'm just gonna try to flatten it more up and bring it straight down. So I'll get that taken care of pretty quick, and then I gotta saw this section off so I can just go straight down, and I'm assuming that's going to resolve the seat situation. I'm not sure if I talked much about Radiator. I had my dad make some brackets for it, and when I went to fit it in, he used some angle iron and cut out some latches and set the fan into it, and it worked. It was really awesome. It was really sturdy. But when I went to fit it in, the control arms, let me get some light. The control arms right down there are in the way of these cylinders that the fans ride in. And so what I ended up having to do, those angle iron fittings wouldn't fit right here. So I ended up trying to cut them and making it work. But then before I understood what was really going on, I took his angle iron and put it on the top and then drilled holes down into it. And so now it's held down on the bottom. It's held down up here. And I cut down, I think you can see the other side a little better. So I cut down right here. You can see how the thing's going, and then I had to cut out these notches. The fan clears it by about an inch still. And it's gonna clear pretty good. But one thing about the radiators is I used a C5 electric fan, and in my research, what I found was if you use a C5 or a C4 fan, more often than not do you run into the same scenario where you have to cut away those cylinders so they can fit in between the control arms. There were a few that got them to fit without modification, but I had to actually do quite a bit. Most people were only cutting one of the cylinders and getting it to fit, and I probably could have done that, but I cut both. So we'll see how long they last. So now I'll get this little tab welded in, and after I do that, the next step will be to finish the battery tray. So next time I'll be finishing the battery tray. Once I can finish the battery tray and this clutch, I can get the steering wheel back in, and then it's going to be a bit of wiring to do. My hope, now it's not even a goal, it's just a hope, I get it running in August. So I'm 3 months behind. So goes life. But we'll go to there.